Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Pemko PK33D dark brown Pemko Prene adhesive-backed fire and smoke gasketing. I've got two packages here because that's what's going out to the client. I've got one end of it sticking out of the package so that I can show you the profile of it. And before I do that, let me discuss the fact that this material, the PK33, is available in different colors. You can get the D is dark brown. You can get a white. Forgive me, you can get, I believe, black as well. This material is available in several different roll lengths. This package here is an 18-foot roll, which would be something very typical for like a 4-foot by 7-foot door. So, you know, you've got your two jambs and then your header. So let's say 7 foot and 7 foot is 14 foot plus the 4-foot top. That'd be why you'd need an 18-foot roll. 17 is most common 3070 doors. Now the PK33 material is a Pemko Prene, which is a Pemko proprietary sort of material. And the 33 is a real small teardrop sort of design. Very, very effective for very small gaps or margins between the doors and jambs. This can compress down to a very small thickness. You know, I can pinch that with my fingers. You know, a 1/16 of an inch, this will still work. So this is adhesive gasketing. Now dimensionally, this material is easy to remember. It's 3/8 wide, and then half of that width is the thickness, which is 3/16. Okay. Self-adhesive backed. That's a peel-away paper backer that holds that on. This material is very commonly used and has been for maybe the last 15 years. Fire, smoke, gasket rated openings, condo buildings, long hallways, hotels, any opening that requires smoke or draft control gasketing, this complies with, and which is a lot of openings, especially just a lot of openings all the way around. Now this material is one of a range of products that Pemko offers, and those other products differ primarily by dimensional sizes, etc., and of course colors, roll lengths again. Installation of this material is quite easy. However, patience is indeed a virtue when putting this on. So I've installed this material several times and found that if you take your time, you'll get really splendid results, and if you rush, you probably won't get the kind of results that you were hoping. So the patience part comes in this regard. The first time I put this on, it went a little bit too fast, and you end up pulling this a little taut, and then getting a wavy result. What I have found, and there's instructions that are in the package, but the cliff notes of the instructions are working with, the manufacturer recommends about 2 feet of this material peeled back and working with it as you're trying to put it on. I find that's a bit too much because you might unintentionally bump the material and get it pushed down to the frame and then have to pull it off. So I like shorter lengths, which allow me to get a straighter line, because the line of this material ends up being parallel with the features of the frame. So any sort of waviness in the installation of this becomes very obvious. Now, shorter lengths, so you don't get it put on there unintentionally. Make sure it's straight. That's the patience. That's where that comes in. But also, don't stretch it, because overnight it's going to want to resume its natural level of elasticity, and it's not elastic really at all. And you'll find that the next day you come in and it's popped off in certain places. Not that this material pops off, but if you stretch it out and try to put it on that way, it'll pop off. Also, in the inside corners of the frames, definitely don't make that a continuous run. You're going to want to cut that with scissors, miter it even, so that you get a really nice installed aspect. Regarding installation, the frame must be completely cured of paint. The paint must be cured at least a week. It must be completely debris-free. No dust, no dirt, nothing on the frame. Otherwise, it'll hamper the adhesive's ability to do its job. Completely clean frame. And you will have very good results. The fact that the material, if you're installing it in a fire-rated installation, requires that it be installed successfully, so you'll want to be careful of that stuff. Even a label that will be attached, that you will attach to the frame, will signify that this material is compliant, so that an inspector who's looking for that will know that it's been done in accordance, or the material is in accordance with material required for code. I have used this material in instances when it's not required to be smoke or draft control. I use it just to help deaden the transmission of air, of dust, of sound coming through an opening. Imagine a building where you've got a rear door and then a front door, a wall between those two spaces, and say a showroom in the front. So when both of the doors are open in the summer, the air just comes howling through the building. Well, you don't want the dust from the warehouse or the shop coming into your showroom, and I've used with great success this material to help prevent dust from coming in, and you'll see the evidence of that as it backs up on the jamb where it can't really get through. I also like using the material because it's really easy to install. You don't need any tools other than scissors to cut the material. You can install it. I've installed this material onto a variety of different applications that it's not intended for. I've used it to help seal windows on a boat. I've used it to help seal a cap on a truck, on a pickup truck. I like it. It's easy to install and very good long-lasting material. Pemko is a full-line manufacturer of not only self-adhesive weather stripping like this in a variety of profiles, as we said earlier, but of course typical material, thresholds, door sweeps, gasketing material, perimeter gasket weather stripping, material made of aluminum-based material, stainless steel-based material, architectural bronze-based material. They have a full line of aluminum continuous geared hinges, and also a line of metal vision frames used in steel and wood doors. If you have any questions on the Pemko PK33 in a D finish, or any other Pemko product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.